Hello, everyone. Today is day 16 of the 21 Days to Unraveling the Ego's Grip. And as always, I do like to share personal stories, and my intention is to be helpful to other people to know, understand I'm on my own journey with all of this as well. So I just finished a group call that I had, but I had a really interesting morning this morning. So two things that I want to share. I have... I definitely post stuff on Facebook, and I definitely certainly receive opposition and stuff to things that I post, which I get it. I mean, it's what we're all entitled and allowed to do. And I do my best to have more of a voice of reason. So two things that happened today, and this is really what stimulated the idea for today, is facing all of ourselves. So I reached out to someone and was asking just to have a conversation to maybe come to some place of understanding between us. And the response was very much no, very strongly worded and all of that. And so what I did is I just said, okay. And then I found a friend, somebody that I really trust, and we talked through it. And I was able to give myself the space to have a response instead of reacting. And that's what tapping, one of the things that it can really help me with. Doesn't help me all the time with it. I still have that reactionary part of me. And it's about embracing all of that. But I noticed I just felt good about what I sent back to them. And from that standpoint, I thought, I don't need a response from them. I don't need anything else. So it felt complete for me, regardless of what comes of that. And then I have a dog that I've been working with a lot. She has a torn ligament, and she's got some other things going on. And I had originally had an appointment to get some acupuncture with her, which I didn't know, at a vet that I started taking them to close to where we live now. And right before I was driving down there about a month ago to take her in for the appointment, they called me and said, oh, we can't do the acupuncture if we don't do all these tests. And I was pissed. I was pissed because I was like, I'm getting this at the 9th hour. I'm in my car with her coming down there, and now I can't have any of this done unless I go through all these tests. And she'd already had a ton of tests. So I definitely let my fury, I expressed my fury. And I received a letter from them that honestly I didn't read all of it. I saw something and I just put it aside. So I called them today to try and get her back in there to look at something. And they said, no, you can't come here anymore. And I was like, oh my God. So it was really interesting. And I did have a reasonable conversation with the office manager who had talked to before. And I told her, and I was very upset when I was talking to her the first time about, hey, this is what's going on. You know, I didn't like the way this was sort of dropped in on me and all this. And she said, yeah, I get it, but we have the right to, refuse to talk to you about this anymore or see you. So I said, okay, can you forward my records? So I gave her the name. And this is what I mean. I notice in myself these things happen, and that kid in me can get activated and go, oh, I was a bad girl. I did something wrong. And then when we notice that, and you give soothing and kindness and compassion to that part of yourself, and give that part full expression, and go, if you did something wrong here, you can make amends for it. If you really feel that, you can do it. And give yourself the space, because in my world, I was always very quick to apologize, even when I hadn't actually done anything wrong. And that's something that has been coming up in me to go, oh, this place where I go immediately to apologize to somebody because that's what I was taught to do. Because that's what I was taught was a way to survive and all this. So, but this idea of embracing all parts of ourselves is when you find yourself tapping continues to help me with that, to go, oh, these two things happened today. And I'd say, honestly, even a year or two ago, I probably would have been like, oh my God, like a joke, and like I would have had, talk about dial a friend, but I would have been reeling from it. And I was able to work through it, talk through it, tap through it, and then come to my own conclusion about it, which was really good and really helpful, and let myself, that kid in me, feel whatever that part of me needs to feel. So let's do some tapping. Karate chop. Even though I haven't learned to embrace all of me, in fact, I learned to reject most of me, maybe even all of me. I choose to honor I feel this way now. Even though embracing all parts of me, that's a tall order. So what if I could start with recognizing when I can parts of me? I choose to honor my feelings now. Even though I have parts of me I accept and parts of me I reject. And what if this could be the beginning of accepting even the parts of me I don't like at all? And what if I could see this differently now? And go to the eyebrow. These parts of me I don't accept. These parts of me I've learned to reject. And what if these parts of me are just reaching out for some love and acceptance? What if that's possible? I like the idea that it could be possible. And what if right now I could just be open to the idea that I could learn to accept over time the parts of me maybe I feel shame about, the parts of me I feel bad about, the parts of me that feel rejected. Just consider that. I sure like the idea that I could learn to recognize first and then learn to accept the parts of me I've learned to judge. Because that's what the ego wants me to do, is reject myself. And I'm open to a new way of seeing this. And I like the idea that I could learn this over time and embrace all of me. Even the parts that might feel shame and embarrassment. What if that could be possible? Even just a little bit now. Take a breath. And then if you find that helpful, just tap on it as many times as you need to, and then see you back here tomorrow for day 17. We're in the home stretch. Bye for now.